Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0. Welcome back to FFB Amigos. And today we're talking about the Champions League. As a Chelsea fan, I've been very disinterested and I barely watch anything, but I really miss watching. And I saw the opportunity today, which I thought let me see Real Madrid put some shame onto the Gunners, which I usually enjoy and would make me happy. But was I wrong, sir? Ma'am, dudes, dudettes, amigos, and amigas. That's not what happened today. Let's get into that match a little bit. So, again, that was my hope more than expectation because I know that Real Madrid has been quite intermittent. I did see them play against PSG and I saw a little bit what they're trying to do, but they did not show up today, and Arsenal certainly did. Although the player that is most important, I believe, that makes things tick, Ødegaard, was not there and they still pulled off a result. But this is a story of Declan Rice as well. Lewis Skelly, they had a great game, but let's get into it. So, um, Arsenal are always going to be a threat on set pieces, and at the very beginning of the match, they already were. There was some. Courtois was really busy today, man. They peppered his goal, and set pieces, and now to include free kicks, Arsenal are an incredible threat, and they were kicking balls off the line. During the game, there was an impressive play that made me think about Chelsea a little bit because I relate everything. But Bellingham does an amazing recovery and plays Mbappe through, who finishes like Jackson and gets straight at the goal, and nothing happens. But that's about all I saw from Real Madrid. And again, that was sort of reminiscent of the Caicedo recovery and a finish from Jackson. But that's all that I really saw from Madrid. Maybe one other little play there. They were organized and they seemed a little scary on the counterattack in the first half, but that was pretty much gone afterwards. My thoughts at the first half was that, you know, because Madrid does this, you got to be scared of that team even when you're beating them down, right? So I actually thought Arsenal is not taking their opportunities. Courtois has been able to get away with might and clear all kinds of balls, and if they don't really punish these guys, they're gonna get punished. And you're always sort of waiting for that to happen with Real Madrid. And at the very end of that first half, also, there's an amazing header from Declan Rice. If you'll see in the highlights, that could have been a hat trick for him. But an amazing keeper, and of course, as a Chelsea fan, I'm like, why do we not have a real goalkeeper? Why don't we not have Courtois? He was always destined to go to Real Madrid. He was Atletico before he came to Chelsea, and that was bound to happen. But how important it is to have such a solid keeper, even though today, brothers and sisters, that could have been 5-0 easily without Courtois today. So my notes, I wrote it down here. Actually, my words are holy on that first free kick from Declan Rice. And it's no coincidence that the camera turned to Roberto Carlos. Obviously, let's have some respect for the differences. Roberto Carlos was harder, a bigger curve, further away against France in a World Cup. So slow your horses there, Arsenal fools. Please slow down. Today I'm making a video for you guys and I'm applauding as a Chelsea fan. That's all you're going to get, but don't go crazy. Those comparisons are a little silly. But of course, man, what a free kick. And only a few minutes later, um, he gets another free kick. So the first free kick, as you guys saw on the right, that was for a left-footed player, ideally to curve it in. But it's impeccable. The shot's impeccable, and it goes completely outside the wall. So there's nothing the wall could do, nothing the keeper could do, nothing anybody can do unless there was a dude standing on that post. Nobody was ever going to get there. So that was savage. And then he's now on the proper right-hand side, and he curls it into the same corner, the bastard, as the people in the wall open straight through that line. Boom! Exactly where the spider webs tend to gather. He's just like cleaned. He polished. He buffed the post like squeak. Should have made a little squeaky sound. I'm freaking unbelievable, man. Incredible. So jelly. I'm so jealous that they have somebody who can take free kicks like that. So good on Rice. He's a player that I like. I don't like Arsenal. I'm not supposed to like Arsenal or Spurs as a Chelsea fan, but I really like players. It's kind of why I'm going for Bayern Munich. I hate Tottenham, but I think it's tragic that Harry Kane. I'm gonna start doing some videos on the Champions League games as well. Sadly, Chelsea's not there, but whatever. I love football. But I think he deserves, to win something. It's so sad he spent so many years at Spurs. Now he's in it for the Champions League and for the Bundesliga, and I really hope he's the one. I'd rather he take it than Barcelona, certainly, and absolutely that rather than Arsenal. So I'm rooting for Bayern Munich this year. In any case, an amazing second free kick, and that's just craziness. And I have a note at this point, like 78th minute. I'm like, where's Odegaard? He's like not having a good game. He's not really being influential. He's being like organized and disciplined, but he's not doing his magic. And regardless of that, Arsenal are sort of dominating this game. And actually, there's a point that I have written down here right before the second free kick, 64 to 68. Real Madrid was clearing balls off the line. It was nuts. And I'm like, if they don't knock them out right now, they're going to lose this game. But then came Rice, second free kick. And then a few minutes later, also, Lewis Skelly, which again, I'm so jealous. He's such a ballsy young dude, so talented, so fast, so agile, such a great attitude on the field. I don't know if you saw, but he stepped a little bit in the perfect way. You won't get in trouble, but he stepped a little bit on Bellingham at the right moment of the game. He did that thing against Holland, whatever, pure attitude, so young, mature for his age. Kind of jealous of players like that. So good young player. He does a pass. It wasn't really he ends up getting the assist, but it was solid right outside. And Marino does what I know he's not, but what like a proper striker number 9 will do. And he takes it on first time, smack, and he finishes from outside the box by the post. 3 golazos for Arsenal today, which 3. Now, everybody knows that you got to be very scared of Madrid and all this. And we know Arsenal, you guys can be bottle jobs. Of course, again, coming from Chelsea lately, fine, but they can bottle it. Please tell me in the comments. That's the main thing. Do you guys think, especially Arsenal? Well, please just disclaim if you're an Arsenal fan before you make your comment or not, or what team you support, and tell me, is 3 enough for Arsenal against the Real Madrid, this Real Madrid at this moment in time? Is it enough to make it through when they go back to Madrid for the return match? So they've pretty much but eliminated Real Madrid in the second half, meaning even probably really in the Champions League, but certainly out of the play of the game. They're gone. They're shot. Nothing's happening. They enter frustration. I don't see Madrid being able to do anything. And at the very end, Camavinga, who was already on a yellow, gets frustrated, couldn't control his emotions, and gets the stupidest red card, making sure he can't play on a return leg with a team that already struggles for coverage in mid-defensive positions, absolutely like Real Madrid, and that was really bad. In any case, very deserved win from Arsenal. Congratulations, you Gooners. And I will be watching the return match. I will continue to make videos of good matches, even though Chelsea is not in the Champions League. I can't survive without watching the Champions League forever, right? So at least I'm going to watch it from the most advanced stages or the games that seem pretty interesting. And this certainly was one. Again, I came here today hoping Ancelotti would set up a nice little match, which I think it was set up properly in the first half. But Vinícius was trash. Trash. He gave the ball away so many times. It was incredible. And they couldn't barely connect with Mbappe at all. And I saw Madrid trying to control the game, but offensively they had nothing. Nothing. That we were waiting for them to show up all the way until the 93rd minute and 57th second. Nothing ever happened. Let's see if they return now at the Bernabéu. And again, to all the fans, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on the return leg.